Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of Sequim. Welcome to the 2021 Sequim Irrigation Festival Parade. We're going to start the parade tonight by honoring our honorary pioneers and our grand pioneers. We have a little presentation for them.
This is Judy Markley. Judy was born in Sequim in 1936, and except for a stretch of 7 years during the 80s, she's lived her whole life here. I can think of no one more deserving of the honor of being chosen a Grand Pioneer than Judy. This is Dave Cameron.
I want my flag.
I'll give Judy her flag. Here you go. This is Dave Cameron. He's the son of Dave Cameron and Shirley Case, and is thus the descendant of two prominent Sequim pioneer families. Dave has had a distinguished career, mainly as a farmer, but with some interesting sidelines. For example, ditch walker, livestock hauler, county commissioner, etc. Again, a natural pick for Grand Pioneer.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Okay. Emily Westcott moved to Sequim in 1997. She worked in the Port Angeles School District and was also a substitute in Sequim. She owned the Red Restaurant for 20 years. She has been very active as a volunteer in beautifying projects. The Pioneer Committee felt she merited being chosen as an honorary pioneer for the 2021 Irrigation Festival.
Thank you.
And let's see, there's, Emily Weska. I just got her. Oh, I'm looking for Dave. No?
Jim. Dick Parker.
Dick Parker. Born in Port Angeles, grew up, went to school in Forks. He married Crystal Shaughnessy in 1959. Who was raised in Sequim and graduated from high school in 58. In 74, Dick took a job with the city of Sequim where he became Director of Public Works. He continues to be an active member of the community. Good. Here you go.
So the Grand Pioneers and the Honor Pioneers mean so much for the Sequim Irrigation Festival because you bring the history, so it reminds us what's going on. I've been here about 15 years now. I've known you for a long time. You've done so much for the community. Would you like to say a few words to the people watching the parade tonight?
Sure. I'm honored by being selected. It totally blew my mind that I would be considered. I'm not that old. Well, it seems in the past it seems like it's one of the criteria, but I've seen 50 years worth of change in Sequim. One thing that hasn't changed is the people and the friendliness of the people in Sequim. Finding a friend in Sequim is not difficult, and that's one thing that you can appreciate. But the changes in the last 50-some years have been astronomical. I won't go into it because some of it's not all that good. But once again, I thank the committee for selecting me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave. How about you, Judy?
All through this, I have never mentioned my parents' name, and they were both here my mom was born here. I didn't mention my kids' names, and I have 5, 2 boys and 3 girls. And I'll probably forget their name right now.
What's your folks' last name?
Evanson. Evanson was my maiden name. And my grandparents' farm was right down the road.
We're somewhat related.
Yeah, Dave and I are kind of related. Anyway, I have enjoyed the festival all my life. This is great. Don't forget. I really enjoy it. I want to thank the committees. They're doing a wonderful job. I want to thank the Pioneer Committee for selecting me.
Didn't you have family members that were royalty?
Yes, my mother was a princess in, I think, 1933. My aunt was a queen in 1935. And I was a princess 2 years, which
Wow.
I really enjoyed. It's been a wonderful place to grow up. I love it here. I'm not going to leave.
We're glad. How about you, Dick?
Well, I didn't really grow up in this area, but I started to work here in '74 and watched Sequim grow from, I think there was 11 or 1,400 people, and now look what it is. And all the changes, we got sidewalks everywhere. Didn't used to have them. The city couldn't afford to put them in, and the state wouldn't put them in until, and I forget the dates, but they finally got them to put the sidewalks down Washington Street, and now the city limits are way out past that. So,
How many stoplights do we have now?
you know, 1, 2,
Every block.
3, 4, 5 maybe.
Used to be one.
Is it 6? Used to be 1, and it was just a stoplight. You know,
It was just a stop and go, wasn't it?
yeah, and it had a switch on it. You could turn it off. So, anyways, I greatly appreciate being given this position, and it's a lot of fun, even though it's colder than a bugger out here. So,
And then there comes Emily, and for you all who don't know Emily, when you drive through she's done a lot in this town, but when you drive through the city and you see the little old lady that's out in front of the stores weeding and putting new flowers, it's Emily Westcott. Thank you, Emily, for all you do for Sequim.
Thank you, and thank you for selecting me for this. It's a real honor. I was raised in Tacoma and taught 10 years down Centralia, and I moved here in 1979 because I got the job as the vice principal at Port Angeles High School, but ended up moving to Sequim, which was a good move. I love it here. Had a lot of fun. I think my whole goal is to just keep Sequim beautiful and lit up at Christmas and fly around in my little airplane. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for what you've done for Sequim. There wouldn't be a Sequim Irrigation Festival without you all. And thank you. And most of all, as a person that's only lived here 15 years, where Dave, you said it's not hard to find a friend in Sequim, you've all made everybody welcome who've come here. I know sometimes you say we don't like people moving here, but you've made us all feel welcome. So thank you and God bless you.